What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Make will actually be taxes. And we're live, I think.
We
Yes,
are live, guys. So, yeah. What did you just say there, Ben? But yeah, so
New York is screwed. That's what I just said.
that's what Ben did say. But welcome, guys, to our Sarasota Crypto Meetup Thursday nights, which are now happening every other night now going forward. But Ben has blessed us today for this meetup for being here. He's such a busy man, always traveling. If you want to see him next, he'll be in Massachusetts for the 15th Turning Point USA, then on the 20th in Nashville, and then he's just going all over the club. So we're lucky to have Bitcoin Ben here with us. We have Nathan here, who just got back too from traveling. So we just want to at least talk with you guys. So thank you for being here online, in person. Thank you, guys. And yeah, so what are we talking about today?
Well, number one, you and all of these gals out here, great job. They work their asses off. Absolutely just top-notch people. Thank you for please thumbs up on it. This is a lot of work as we grow larger and larger. There's a lot of work to do.
A lot.
This year, we've actually rearranged the organization, hired a CEO, hired COO, which would be Nathan, and hired a CMO, which is up in Nashville, Janet. And right now we're reorganizing the organization because we're reaching a point where we have a lot of very wealthy people and very influential people who are looking at us now. So we have to cross our T's, we got to dot our I's. I have to shower more. and it's because January is going to bring a lot of announcements from very large countries, and also there will be announcements probably in February from the U.S. government on and prices will not be low long because it's and I mean I say low and we're sitting at $100,000.
Yeah.
Every time I hop on X or I'm out at and everyone's like, oh man, these prices are killing me. We're at 101, we're at 102, we're at 103. And I'm like, when I originally bought it, it was $600. It was like, you guys don't know low prices.
I think my first price was 10,000.
Yeah.
Right before that bull ran up to the 20.
Yeah, and it's right now we've reached a level where it isn't retail anymore. We used to own this friggin' market because no one cared about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just we, the people. That was it. It was me, you, and your dad.
Yeah.
You know, and we've reached a point now where we are playing with the big boys, and the big boys play games.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was in Vegas, and I met a couple of business owners yesterday, and I was talking about Bitcoin. Well, you know, I don't know about this. I said, have you been watching the news? Do you know who BlackRock is? I mean, I still think, I said that the average person is going to miss this thing because the BlackRocks, they've realized it a year and a half ago, and people are still going through this blindly. I mean, they really are going through this blindly. And these are business guys that own businesses in Vegas. Well, you know, I'm not really sure if this is gonna last. I'm not really. I said, what? I mean, what world are we in right now? They must be living under a rock to not see this. I don't understand how they're still blinded to this, Ben.
Yeah, it's really because for some, or no, they really don't know that they actually need it yet. We haven't reached a point where they are having real issues because the average Joe, the average Jane, who has inflation really hit them, they see it. They're like, okay, eggs were $4, now they're $6.
But they still can pay for it. They still can pay for it.
Right.
Now.
Right. It's plus they're either not really paying attention yet, or like I said, they don't think that they really need it. And unlike us, we live in this world. We see exactly what happens here at our clubs, at our events. And I'll tell you right now, Washington, D.C. is absolutely in love with Bitcoin. Now, I say that. I don't mean the liberals. The liberals are not in love with Bitcoin because, unfortunately, they see it and all they can think of is, oh, that's Trump. I hate him, so I hate Bitcoin. That's the equivalent of I'm not gonna take my medicine because I hate my doctor. You know, it absolutely makes no sense. And yet I had 3 people arguing with me about Bitcoin.
In D.C.
Yes. And they're like, it isn't backed by nothing. And I whipped out, I said, what's this backed by? Well, that's backed by the federal government. And I said, which is $38 trillion in the negative. So this is actually backed by someone who can't pay their bills.
Exactly. So shifting gears, talk to the ones, all of us, that didn't know what you guys were doing in D.C. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right, we were up there having a meeting with some high-level people from El Salvador at the embassy.
Which was the ambassador.
Yes.
Of El
yes.
Salvador.
Lovely lady. She's absent. And, all right, we're all friends here.
Uh-oh.
She's not happy with the IMF. Now, she did not say that. She did not say that. But as her and I had a little conversation, that's what I inferred from her. She knows that this whole organization, IMF, World Bank, Bank of International Shitheads, they're evil. They're absolutely evil. And I do not sugarcoat when I say evil. These aren't your asshole neighbors, who just, he never cuts his grass. No. These are evil people. And they know it because she actually deals with them all the time. And this is a war for all of us. We're all in a war. Very few people know it, but we are. I mean, look at what is really going on all over the world. You have Israel, you have Russia, you have Gaza, you have China. China is absolutely evil. Now, when I say China, I do not actually mean the Chinese people. I mean the Communist Party of China is evil. They do not love people. They are not religious. Remember, these are communist. So religion and communism, that don't go together, which means they have zero love for human life. They think we're all just useless apes. That's how they view us. They have to organize us. They have to arrange us. We will tell you what to do so you guys don't have to think. You just work and we'll give you what we think you're allowed to have. And it's absolutely pure evil. And that's who we're up against. We are up against pure evil people.
So specifically, what did y'all do there? What was the significance of y'all being there in that transaction that took place?
We sent the very first transaction from a wallet into the very first ever Bitcoin-backed credit union in world history.
Yeah, that may not sound like a lot.
Oh, it is a lot.
But it's a ton, guys.
It is.
It's a ton.
Let's put it this way. It's the equivalent of, I think it was 1978, when the very first credit card, for those old enough to remember, that's basically what we did. Was the very first ever transaction from Washington, D.C. to El Salvador into the world's first credit union completely backed using the Bitcoin.
Yeah, there's so much happened in really the last 4 months, but the speed at which things are taking place with us right now is just like, oh my God. I mean, we're working, well, you know what we're working 7
Are
days
you
a week
saying
here.
you want to quit? He's like, I'm that close, damn it.
No, I'm having a good time. It's fun, a lot of work, but it is actually wonderful to see something come to fruition. I remember 2.5 years ago when you walked in here and I was a member. I was one of the first members. And you started talking about what you saw. And I didn't see it. I didn't even see it until this year. And then once it started happening, the speed at which things are coming at us right now is absolutely incredible. I want you to talk about private key capital real quick.
Oh yeah, check this out.
Woo!
I
Look at this
love
beautiful
it.
piece.
Thank you so much. Look at that.
Fancy.
This young lady is the one that
Thank you. Oh,
that gave it to us. If you say hello.
all right. Thank you so much. This is
Talk
amazing. I love it.
talk about where this is going in terms of the private key capital and all the tentacles around this thing. I mean, it's incredible.
It's this is what BAT actually gives us. We have pristine capital. It is absolutely the world's greatest capital asset ever created or realized. Because this, unlike a house, you aren't worried on taxes, you aren't worried about a roof, you aren't worried about plumbing, you aren't worried about maintenance, you aren't, just leave it in your wallet and it is the perfect asset. And what we at Private Key Capital, I love that name, what we are actually doing is we take an asset and we can wrap it in so many different useful tools. We will eventually launch what I call half-off home loan. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Where, let's say you have a $100,000 house that you actually want to buy. Now I know that's a low price and good luck finding a house for $100,000, but we'll actually loan you $110,000. Why? Because $100,000 actually pays off the house. 10 is held in Bitcoin. Then as the price of the Bitcoin actually goes up, according to our calculations, about 7.5 years after you buy it, that actual Bitcoin pays off your loan.
So if you combine that asset and then the appreciation of the asset.
Yep. So in real terms, $100,000 house of you actually just paying your regular mortgage every month, a $100,000 house will actually cost you about $28,000.
So I was listening to, I listened to Jay speak today down in Naples. He was there with Grant Cardone, Michael Saylor. But I don't know if y'all heard this. There was 3 things that Michael Saylor said, and I was like, wait a minute. It's almost like we paid him. And here's what he said. He said, if you own a house and you want to become wealthy, suck every bit of equity you can out of that house today. It's the thing we've been telling y'all, and drop it into Bitcoin.
Yes. And this is going to sound crazy, but it's absolutely true. The equity in your home is not realized equity. It's just sitting there hypothetical.
And it's waiting for the bank to decide they don't want to be in that much risk, and they're going to suck the equity down. That's what's coming, guys. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so what we offer here is we offer a home equity refinance of your home. Oh, we walk you through it. We refinance your loan. We take whatever equity is in there. We roll that into into actual Bitcoin. And the reason that is smart is because unrealized equity is useless unless you realize it.
You got to put it to work.
Exactly. And that equity, anyone who was around 2008, that equity can just, because all it is an illusion until you actually use it. And as soon as you roll it into actual Bitcoin, you have realized it, and you have it in a place that is liquid, where you never lose that. You have it right there. And if you hold on long enough, it will grow. Now, if you head out and you say, you know what, I think I'm gonna get a little equity out and I'm gonna buy a car. As soon as you drive off the lot, it's half what it was. Then if you're like, oh no, I'm in a little bit of a pickle, I gotta sell my car, good frickin' luck. With this, you refinance it, you put it in your wallet, you watch it grow, and if at any point you're like, ah, shit, hell, I need like $5,000 and I need it now.
Convert it. Get it.
Right there. You have it right there. It is, that's why eventually, and actually Grant Cardone is actually thinking about selling a few of his properties, and this guy's got a shit ton of property. Selling a few of his properties, rolling that profit right into Bitcoin. Because he, and mind you, this is a real estate guy, one of the largest in the world. And he's like, really, to tell you the truth, friggin' Bitcoin, way friggin' better. He realizes I have zero maintenance costs, I have zero taxes, I have zero risk, and I'm not fucking dealing with a bunch of renters.
No tenants and toilets and trash is what I call it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, and also here at our club, we can actually get you a loan if you don't own a house and you just want a loan where you're like, oh my God, it's only $100,000 right now. Let me take out a loan and I'll actually buy it now and pay off your loan over time. It just makes sense because you're actually getting it lower priced and you're dragging out those payments. So you own it already. You're just making payments for it. It's, if you look at it just like a car, this, if you get a car, it loses value. But if you get this, it gains value. It's the only asset that you really can't lose when you buy it.
I think the biggest challenge we have, and one of the challenges I have with my 3 kids who are in college right now, is helping them and teaching them and understand delayed gratification.
Yeah, good luck with you.
So I'm trying. But when you look at Bitcoin and what we see at Bitcoin, if you literally could start today, regardless of what the price is, and start buying Bitcoin on a regular basis in 5 years, if you could do that, and not buy the car, and not buy the watch, and not buy this stuff, at that moment in 5 years, based off what we're seeing right now, you'll never have to work again.
Yeah, I've heard this for years. When I originally got in, I paid $600 $100. Then the price went up, and it was $1,000. And I bought more. And I had friends laughing at me going, you dumbass, you bought the top at $1,000. I look back now and I say that was one hell of a top.
Yeah.
I got those friends now. It's like, you're still buying it? You still got it? The top.
Actually, I had a call with a friend about a month ago. Years ago, I begged him buy some Bitcoin. It was probably $7,000. And I assumed he didn't. I had a conversation with him last month that I hadn't talked to him in years. He was kind of a friend, but I'm friends with his sister, and he's kind of her crazy brother who I kind of liked. And he actually reached out on X, and he was like, hey, what's up, Ben? How you doing? And I'm like, the hell, I thought you died. He was like, no. And I said, hey, because I saw one of the last messages I sent him years ago was, make sure you buy that Bitcoin. And he reached back out and goes, I did. He said, I think he said he paid like $7,000 for it, and he bought 3 of them.
Nice.
And I said, you haven't sold, have you? He goes, hell no. He goes, I'm never going to sell. HODL. And that's how everyone should look at this. This is your dream home for the future, because you can always rely on it. It will always actually be there in an emergency. Or if you want a loan, why would you go and actually get a loan to purchase a car when you could actually take out a loan on your Bitcoin and you go out and you pay cash for it? No one can ever come and grab your car. You know, it's like, oh, repo man, you ran into hard times. Where if you have your loan against your actual Bitcoin and you lose your job or you're something, they'll say, okay, no problem. We will sell a little of your Bitcoin just to make your payment. Okay. Then, I got a job again. I'm right back at it. It is the perfect asset because it's always there for you.
So
Anything else you want to ask him? Because Ben's got an interview at 7, so he's got 2 more minutes. So what else do you want, Ben?
Wrap it up. Wrap your talk part up at 2 minutes because you've got a recording to do.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Look at this as an opportunity. This is the largest opportunity of all of our lives, because this is the future. I was just in Washington, D.C. They know it is. They know it's the future because America is broke and the Federal Reserve is broke. Everybody's broke, but we are pretending like we're rich. Washington, D.C. made me sick. It's beautiful, these gorgeous buildings. Everyone's out, everyone's dressed so nice. It is Rome right before it caught fire. And I'm walking around and I'm like, why? Washington, D.C. doesn't produce anything.
Right.
They don't make anything. But yet, look at Washington, D.C., and then look at fucking Chicago, Detroit. We have hellholes. And yet Washington, D.C. just looks as pretty as hell.
It is gorgeous.
And that's wrong. That place should look, well, one thing, it should be smaller, a whole lot smaller. And I wish they would have left it as a swamp, because then no one would want to go there. It's horrible. They have robbed all of us and your dad and your grandma. And if we let them, they're going to rob your kids. They're going to rob your grandkids. And all of that money is going to flow right to Washington, D.C. And the swamp will be fat and happy, while the rest of us are living in fucking gulags.
Paying their bills.
I rest my case.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
No
you, Ben.
problem.
Guys,
We
we're still
gotta
going to be
go.
going, but Ben's got to go. Thank you, Ben, for being here with us. Safe travels.
Everyone.
Cool. All right. Love you, Ben. All right. So what else you want to talk about, Nathan?
Yeah, let's talk about, what do y'all want to talk about? The programs. I mean, if you look at, you need to go back and watch the Michael Saylor's video today, and also watch what Jay said today. There was a healthy dialogue between him and Grant Cardone today.
I know, because Grant was like just going, well, he's just like, seemed like a naysayer with it, but he had his like, because the one thing he kept saying was like, well, am I a believer in Bitcoin? Well, I check it every hour. He said that, so it's like, it's not there yet.
But I was sitting there listening. It's pretty easy to say when you're worth a half a billion dollars to say what you want to. But I was thinking about the chance that you're going to get involved in real estate business and do what he did is 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million. And you and I have talked about this. You're 30-some years old. I'm
35,
64.
yep.
I got kids that are in their 20s. I'm not doing this for me per se. Yeah, I'm enjoying the money I'm making. I'm doing this for the future generations of my kids, for a legacy. This is the only thing I know that I can do to affect the future of my kids right now. So.
And that's the same with my dad. And I'm continuing on that journey. So eventually you can get one of your kids. Like one of your kids already knows about it. He understands it and everything.
He's
but
43 and he made a little bit of money with it. So.
He already did. But I don't know. How is it family-wise, though? Because it's all about family. You want to take care of your family. And I'm just doing that for my dad as well. Like I want to continue his goal to make sure like his generation, his kids, my siblings, like we're taken care of because this is what Bitcoin is a chance to have generational wealth. Then I started seeing some like weird things out there now too, though. It's like, who is that? Gosh, you have that one chef, Simon Pegg. Like they don't want to give anything to their kids. Like, what do you think about those people who like don't want that generational wealth going on? But we're trying to give our kids.
I set my kids down and said, kind of showed them what I was doing, and they were like, "Wow, Dad, this is neat." And my youngest son, well, when do we get this? I said, when you're 50. And he says, I'm not going to need it then. Exactly.
If you need it sooner, start buying it now. So that way in 10 years from now, you can have a little bit more. You won't need this extra bit at the end of it.
Well, the deal I made with all of them is for every dollar you put in, I'll match it. So that's 100% return on your money. So
that's what everyone should be doing with their kids right now, because it's an incentive for them to do it. You're a match with it. They're going to grow and keep holding it. But you want to start them off as young as possible because they're 19. They're still going to live that college lifestyle, still growing up phase. Usually most kids like myself didn't like make that change until 25 when you realize I can't be working this part-time job, doing hard labor my entire life. I need to find something different. So I was going to school to try to make that better, but then crypto got into the play. But just if I was able to start investing back then, like by 29, then I still could have done like I wanted to at the same time. Could have been a chemist just for leisure now, but I have a bigger goal now in life.
Yeah, I think that's what I see is putting our future generations in place financially that they can do what they want to do, not what they have to do. Mm-hmm. Any questions from you guys? I know it was really important to get Ben here when we can get him here. Mm-hmm. Any questions about what we're doing? I will tell you all this. We're having meetings on
Every other week now, so we don't like over abuse these crypto meetups. So every other week's going to be a crypto meetup, and then the following weekends are going to be our new member orientation where we talk about the programs.
But let me challenge y'all just a minute. Don't come here just to come here, guys. If you're not financially getting ahead by coming here, don't come here anymore. I don't know how to say that. This is not. We're not doing this for. We're not doing this for health. If you're not gaining financial well-being and moving forward with something or taking a chance to do something, you don't need to be here, sir.
Yeah, hi there. My name's John,
Hey,
and
John.
I have been a member here for going on a year now. I've been in the crypto space since 2017, so I know a little bit. What I don't know, Paul's here to help me out. But I bought Bitcoin when it was $3,700, and my question to you would be, so many different cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin in general, how much more Bitcoin is out there that can be mined? Because there can only be so much mining on Bitcoin, and that's it. I've heard different stories like, it's going to be, over the next few more years, you're not going to be able to, you might be able to buy Bitcoin, and God knows where it's going to be in price-wise, but the market cap, but how much more mining can go on in Bitcoin?
Well, there's the number right there for our circulating supply of Bitcoin. 19.94 million Bitcoin is in circulation, and there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created. So literally, there is only 1.06 million Bitcoin left to be mined. And at a daily amount being mined right now, what is that, 3.24? Is that 450 Bitcoin a day that gets mined? Mm-hmm. And then there's a halving event where it cuts that supply in half. Okay. So the final Bitcoin will not be mined until at least the year 2142. So for those final million Bitcoin, it's still going to take at least another 100 years for it to be mined. So this is going to get harder and harder. There'll be more machines out there mining it.
That's why we got into mining, guys, because we saw that in the future, the way you were going to get Bitcoin, you were not going to be able to afford to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get it. I mean, it costs us $48,000 to mine a Bitcoin right now, and the price is $100,000. The other pieces we got to realize is, out of 19 million in circulation, there's an estimate. What's the estimate that's been
4
lost?
to 6 million lost and gone forever. People are forgetting their passwords, their seed phrases.
Yeah, yeah.
Shut up.
We've all done that, by the way.
Yeah.
But no, you got to realize, and we can sit here all day long and say, it's a scarce asset. It is a scarce asset, and it's like I was talking to these guys. They were pretty well to do, and they were talking about, what's the chance of it failing? Guys, look, there's not been an asset in history of the world that ever went to $2 trillion to ever fail. Mm-hmm. So it would have to be the very first. Mm-hmm. Michael Saylor thinks that instead of it being 50% a year in terms of increase, it's probably going to go down to about 30% a year for 20 years and then go down. But guys.
And that's what he said in today's speech. That's we recommend you go back and watch it. It's the Naples Symposium event. But he was saying, if you can get a loan out for low payments, and if Bitcoin's doing that 30%, you're just now Ben was just saying, you're just slowly paying it off, and in the end, when that loan's paid off, you're still left over with more Bitcoin at the end of it all. Yeah,
you're getting 30%, or really 50% is what we've been at. You get a 10 or 12% loan. You're making 20% on your money. Yeah, I mean, guys, it's the easiest way in the world to make money.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Let's see. What else? What do we got going on? Are we?
We're gonna be all over the place. I mean, the club. I know a few of you guys hadn't been here in a year. You see some visual differences in the club. We now have corporate office spaces in the back. That's where we're running out of. Let's see. We're the private key capital. The physical location of that, the U.S. base will be in West Palm. I was over there last week for the first time. It's amazing, guys. I walked. It's actually a bank, and it's a very beautiful bank that we're going to be renovating. We just started 2 nights ago. We're going to be putting a branch in here. So over the next couple of weeks, you'll see a branch for the bank to be popping up in here.
Mm-hmm. There'll be one in Massachusetts and Nashville. We would confirm with them that we'll put a branch in there as well. Mm-hmm. And let's see. So when should that be rolling? we're working on that right now. Like there's
Well,
really no
our
set
soft
dead
launch,
date.
our soft launch for the West Palm Beach location is going to be December 15th. But you guys are retired. Some of you are retired. If you want to come in here and give us a couple hours of your time, we'll take it. I mean, we're growing at such a speed right now. We need help. And that's how I learned this. I came in and sit here, have my other business going, but I pick up stuff by being here. And there's opportunities that come our way. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that come our way that we see internally that we do that we don't share with the club members because it's not club sponsored. But there's some things you can get involved in if you want to. We're not going to recommend you because y'all know what I said. There's only every asset except for Bitcoin is subject to be a scam. It really is. I mean, it's just in the last 2 years that people realize that Bitcoin's not a scam. Everything else to do with this market, guys. Every business, y'all think about this a minute. 1 out of 4,995 businesses fail within 2 years. Now, I'm sure they didn't come out of the gates thinking they were going to fail, but they did. So anything we put our money into, there's a potential loss there. If you want to be totally safe, buy Bitcoin, forget about it. If you want to be a little bit more risky, buy Bitcoin, take a loan, buy more Bitcoin with it. If you want to get more risky, get in some of these altcoins I'm involved in and ride that train a little bit. So it's been quite interesting.
There's many ways you can
There's
do
a
this.
lot of ways you make money with this. But our intention and our whole goal with everything we do is whatever we're doing is make money and then reinvest it into Bitcoin on the backside.
Again, because I don't pay attention to the dollar sign anymore. Like that's how eventually where you want to get to. The only number you want to start paying attention to is the number next to the Bitcoin logo, not what's equivalent to in dollars. It's just like, is this number of how much Bitcoin I have growing? That should be the only goal in this space. I know everyone's always trying to get the more dollar signs. Yeah, if you really want to take that risk, yeah, you're going to have to dip into the other projects we don't really do here, the trades. But
a couple of weeks ago when Bitcoin had that flash crash, my son called me. One of my young sons said, "My God," because I built them a little portfolio, and he's like, "Dad," he says, "I'm down 68%." He asked me, was I worried? I said, "I'm not anymore." He says, "Well, why can't you be?" He says, how can you explain you're not worried? I said, "Son, here's what I believe." I said, "I believe that the sun will come up tomorrow morning in the east, and it's going to set in the west. And if tomorrow morning I wake up and there's a Category 5 hurricane here, tearing everything apart, the sun's still up there. Once this storm passes, the rotation of the sun," and that's what I see with Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. That's why we talked about it. We on paper lost a lot of money in the last 2 weeks in the world we live in. But I didn't lose a minute's sleep. Did you?
Nope, because it was just everything that always goes on in the space. And there's this difference though too. Usually like right now, the retail side of it all, it's shaken up by the market. So they probably did sell their holdings, but the big players are still buying it. Like the difference is nowadays is we still have the institutions and governments still completely bullish and involved with it. So even though the retail is kind of like fading in, like the price is still holding 100 right now. Like it dipped a little bit, but that's because we have those guys in it. But like I was saying, like the dip happened because it's the tell of Wolves' time. The big whales scare the little guys in selling. Like all last week, we're hearing BlackRock sending Ethereum, Bitcoin over to Coinbase because that's usually a sign they're going to sell their crypto. So they put that narrative out there. All the little guys are going, uh-oh, I got to sell my Bitcoin before these guys do and the price goes down. And then what do we hear next? Oh, Will's just bought 50,000 Bitcoin. So it's that story goes on over and over again. So I was not scared of it at all. It's like once I saw the Will's bought it, it's like yep, of course it was going to happen. So I don't lose sleep or fear of it ever.
I think the biggest thing is once you believe in this narrative of Bitcoin, and you completely, I'm 64. I'm totally all into Bitcoin now. And if it was to go to zero, I got Social Security. That's all I got. But that's where I am right now. But it can't, guys. It can't. It's got too much going for it.
if it did, like, I wonder who would even get that order in. It cannot even, like, there's orders out there for people pricing in Bitcoin at $0, $10. Like, I don't even think those orders can get fulfilled. If they're on an exchange, I don't think the exchange would even allow them to do that. They'll be like, nope, because we're probably gather that for ourselves first before you guys. Right. So if it went to 0, which I highly doubt it will, it would not be there long. If it did go to 0, that's probably because the currency's probably went down to 0.
We have a question.
It is 7 o'clock, and there's a question.
The question is about mining. If you put your money in a mining pool, for example, versus just Bitcoin, like what is the return, and how exactly does mining work with all of the rigs going, and does every rig get awarded a very small percentage of a Bitcoin, or how when you win? Can you explain how that works?
For the mining pool, is you're pulling your resources together to try to solve that next block on the Bitcoin blockchain. And whoever solves that right now receives 3.125 Bitcoin. So rather it be with Mara mining pool, our mining pool, or whoever we mine with as well. I think Jay would know more of that answer. It's like whoever solves that and who's a part of that pool, they get a portion of it. So like the Mara mining pool out there, there's probably hundreds, thousands of people on there. Whenever they solve a block, it gets distributed to the amount of energy and hashes they contributed to that. So like with our mining pool, it's a, I'm not sure the percentages of the return on that. That's more of a Jay question, but it's at least a 4-year investment on that versus the buying Bitcoin. So it's rather, also when it comes to being a part of the mining pool, rather than just buying the Bitcoin, you're also being a part of securing the network, keeping Bitcoin going, making it stronger rather than just buying and holding it. You're a part of the network, verifying all the transactions out there with it. So that's the kind of differences with it for if it's beneficial versus just buying it now versus doing the mining. I don't know, what would you say about that one?
Well,
I think both options are great.
I have no idea what you just said. But that being said,
they're both great options.
That being said, everybody says it's not financial advice, and it's not. I'll talk to you one-on-one. The returns are just, they're unbelievable. They really are. And I think about when I was 20 years old, I started in the insurance business and got my Series 6 and Series 7 license. And I was taught that if we could do a return of 10 to 12% a year annualized, it was great for the client, and it was back then. But I always knew as I was going through that, I would see things like initial public offerings. Oh, they were like 30 or 40% returns. But then some of these guys were involved in pre-IPOs, and they were 100x returns. So this crypto world, Bitcoin, has given us, the average person, if they'll study and they'll learn, and it's your responsibility to do that, and you'll take the risk and take the chance that you're going to lose your money, because that's what a pre-IPO does. You're probably going to lose your money, but you don't have to hit but one of them. I would tell anybody, take at least 10% of what you're trying to invest. Because here's what, the banks lied to us. You can't save yourself into wealth. It's impossible. You can't do it. Can't do it. You got to put your money out there so it's working for you. 12%, I used to think that was a great return. But I wouldn't even put my money in anything unless I get 10% a month on it right now, a month. And it's out there. It's out there. Is it risky? Yeah, it's risky. Sure it is.
But that's the chance we're taking. And we know the risk behind it, so we're okay with doing it.
And we were told by the CEO that we can't talk publicly about what we do on the side, but I can talk to you on the side. Because I think everybody deserves that opportunity of these pre-IPOs as long as you understand the risk.
Yeah, it's like our one-on-one consultations. It's like, yeah, we're all about Bitcoin, but when someone need help with XRP, they need help with Solana or any blockchain, I'm not going to stop them from getting in there. It's not just Bitcoin only. This entire space is a part of it. It's like, I'll help you out with it. So again, like the club itself can't, but I'm totally down to help you guys out with anything, one-on-one style. Oh, here, wait for that mic.
Yeah, you know, the technology behind Bitcoin, I'm a Bitcoin lover. I'm a fan, okay?
Yeah.
But as far as, there's, like you were saying, sure, Paul, there's so much, like, you know, XLM, Cardano, Chainlink. Some of these, the technology behind some of these cryptos is incredible. And, you know, and I love Bitcoin, but, you know, it costs a lot of money to move Bitcoin on the blockchain.
Right.
Compared to like XRP or
Right.
XLM, HBAR, you know, pennies. And I just think the adoption is like, you know, I think we're coming to a time right now where, you know, we've all dreamed about it. It's actually coming true.
Yeah, it
Everything's
is.
really coming into it. And so I don't know. I mean, I think we're in for some pretty exciting times.
We are.
I think, you know, I think there's a little bit of a shakeout going on right now because I've been watching the market. Everything's been going sideways since July, and I know we're all frustrated. I've lost a lot of money, but I don't really look at it losing a lot of money. And like you guys, I see red in the street, you know, I'm buying it, man, but because I know where it's going to go.
Yep.
And Bitcoin's not going anywhere. You see something with the market cap that has a T, not a B, not an M, a T. That thing ain't going anywhere. That's too big.
And for me, people like us
Yeah.
that are not ultra wealthy, we have to take that little bit. I mean, Bitcoin, 30%. God, think about what 30% what I'm talking about. Everybody should be satisfied with 30%, but what we have to realize is people that have got my age that have nothing, they're going to have to take a little bit more risk, take a chance. So
Yeah, go to Calcium, make prediction bets on the government going on. When's the shutdown
you
going
wouldn't
on?
believe how many people I've spoken to. I have a very good friend of mine in Las Vegas. I've known for about 3 years. His portfolio is anywhere between 50 to 75 mil. You know, it's 10 restaurants in Las Vegas, a lot of real estate. And I'm a contractor. I did some work for the guy, and we just turned out to be good friends. We're friends. I used his $4 million cabin to go skiing my family in Utah, which is nice. But I was trying to go ahead and talk to him about Bitcoin and talk to him about some cryptocurrency. Well, of course, you know, he thought it was he didn't come out and just say it's a scam, but you know what? When somebody doesn't know something or what it's about, they're afraid of it.
Sure they
They're
are.
going to think it's a scam
Sure.
or whatever. I did. And when I was first introduced in 2017, I thought it was until, you know, after a while you start doing your own research and, you know, you can dip more into it and find out about the technology behind some of this stuff. But anyways, make a long story short, my friend and his family just bought a really beautiful home on Siesta Key. He just bought it right before last year, before the hurricanes came in and got wiped out. And he said, if I get hit with another hurricane, I'm just going to flatten the damn thing out and build a new home. I'm like, well, you got the money, Brad. But he finally went ahead and I got him into cryptocurrency. And this he bought XRP actually at I think it was $1.50, and it went up to 3 something. And I think he bought, I don't know what he bought. He bought a lot. He has a lot more than me. But he said to me, you know, John, I should have listened to you 2 years ago when we were up and skiing up in Utah. I should have listened to you. I'm like, you know what, Brad? It's not too late. You're in it now, and spread the word.
John, that's the
Get
same
it.
thing people are going to say 2 years from today. I should have listened to you today.
Yeah.
And it really took my oldest son, 43. He's 44 now, brother. He's 44. When I was with him about 18 months ago, and we were just talking about Bitcoin. He did really well in Bitcoin, and I said, you know, I kind of semi-retired. I used to do a lot of forex trading, so I'm into that nut stuff where you just like do it all the time. And I said, you know, I need something more exciting than Bitcoin, not to put all in. And he starts talking to me about liquidity pools. And when he shared it with me, and he told me what he was making, I said, "This got to be a scam." He said, "Well, it might be, but it's a 5-year-old scam I've been dealing with here." So it's because we're ignorant and because we're supposed. We've been taught if it's too good to be true, it probably is. I'm telling you, if it's too good to be true, it probably is true. It is true. And I look around people. I was in Vegas. Just got back from Vegas a couple hours ago. And last night when I was driving my hotel, of course Vegas never sleeps. I'm on the freeway. I'm looking down, going, my God, there's so much money out here. I had to drive away from Vegas to get a hotel room. Everything's booked. And I'm like, we say the economy, we say people are in trouble. Guys, I don't know where the money's coming from, but it is just, it's amazing to me.
It is booked down there because my buddy keeps sending me videos when I was down there in Vegas. He's going, "Oh, is it dead like all these videos are showing?" It's like, no, there's people around here, but you're just even saying all the hotels were booked.
Yeah.
So stuff you see online may not be true unless you see it for yourself in person. Always, that's why we're in this space. Verify before, what's it say? Verify, don't believe, or
Trust but verify? Yeah.
verify before trust. Yeah, I like that too. Because there's so much stuff online that's just like cannot be true. Like, John, like you're understanding it too. It's like people online videos like get your money off Web3 wallets, or no, get them off your self exchanges, self wallets or whatever. Like put it in a Web3 wallet. It's like why would you put it there? That's hot. That's not a cold wallet out there. So there's so much misinformation out there.
I challenge y'all right now. Go to anything in the crypto world that we're involved in. I'm not going to even name any names. And put in Google, is blank blank a scam? Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. And watch what comes up.
Everything's a scam.
I mean, it's crazy. I put Salt Lending in there. Salt Lending is a company that lends, and we deal with them. We deal with them a lot. And I put in there, is Salt Lending a scam? AI runs it. Well, technically not a scam, but they've got all these problems, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And it comes up, all these people lost billions of dollars, is what it says, but when you dig down into it, it's a total lie. So that's why I say you've got to do your own research. We can tell you offline what we're doing, not advise you to do anything, but as I tell people, guys, you're going to do it anyhow. And that's what we try to realize is if you're going to get involved in something, Sherpa can pick up on them.
Yeah, pick up really fast. Let's get a second-eyes opinion on it.
Yeah,
I'll do
he's
my
really
quick
good
little
at it.
tidbit of research and go, okay, this one seems legit, or nope, this one, the owner of this site, that's not his real name. He's a poker player in Middle East somewhere. So it's just like, I wouldn't trust that one. This one, no, seems pretty legit. The actual person got some record on it. So yeah, just run it by us first. Let's get a second look, and yeah, we can let you know before you just dive everything in there to take that chance.
And I bet on the poker player. He doesn't. Good thing about Sherpa now, he's conservative, and it's amazing. He's a young guy. I'm an older guy. He's totally conservative, and I'm totally, let's go. I'm a degenerate. Let's do this thing. So let's go.
I'm kind of looking at the market cap first, and then if I see the market cap with a B, and then I see the technology behind the company, then it's like I go from there. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take that away from you. Yeah, but.
It's all strategy.
There's so many cryptos out there.
Yeah, it's all strategy. It's
thousands and thousands of cryptos, and most of them are.
I just saw 4,850 new crypto coins come out a day now. 48.5. What were you holding up?
Any final questions? We're at 7:10, and then we're going on to the hour.
2 minutes.
One question right here.
And then we'll go hang around, but the recording stops or whatever.
All right, just a quick question. My name is Wilton, and I am in a crypto space for 3 years and a half. I'm a member of the house for about a year. And two things that I learned when I started, going through and learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is first, learn how to buy Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Second, how to protect your Bitcoin. Can you elaborate a little bit on this?
Yep, to keep yourself protected is put it in a self-custody wallet. So a crypto wallet, whether it's a paper wallet, a hardware wallet, or a software wallet that you just download onto your phone, is like if these wallets do not give you a seed phrase, which is 12 or 24 random words when you set it up, you're not in control of your crypto at all. So you want your crypto in your own self-custody wallet that you hold on to your seed phrase and private key. Anybody else who has those words or keys, they have access to your cryptos. So like when you buy crypto on the exchange, when you created that account on the exchange, all you did was provide them with the name, email, phone number. You gave them all your information, but they never gave you a seed phrase or private key. So they're in full control of it. So that's why you always want to protect your crypto, put it in your own wallet, write down your seed phrase, those 12, 24 words, put it in the safe, and then just leave it alone. You don't need those words again unless you forgot your password to your wallet or the device where your crypto is on it broke, and you pull those words out to recover it into a new device. But that's how you keep your crypto safe and in your own control.
And I will give you a piece of advice. If you have any doubt in what you're doing, any doubt, come to Sherpa or somebody like this. Any doubt. I mean, I've moved money before, and I'm like, wait a minute, where'd it go? Well, it's out there somewhere.
Chose the wrong chain. You chose BSC instead of Ethereum.
Right. So I'm just saying, I had to learn the hard way that if I don't know what the heck I'm doing, I'm coming to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Any other question, guys? If not, one more right here.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me here tonight.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to move down here from Maryland and be a full-time resident. And join the club and be a big part of this. But I guess I'm into it a little bit, maybe 8 months now, and got some Bitcoin and stuff. And you're talking about the cold wallets storage. Is there anything that you're able to like?
What type of wallets out there?
I mean, what you prefer or what you recommend, or you're able to, that's easy to use. That's
easy to use. Okay, I'll go from like my levels of like safety, just what I use, as well as ease of use, and also representing the club too. If you want the ultimate security, CALIX Solutions crypto-only laptop. That's one of Bitcoin Ben's other companies out there, but it's a computer designed to keep your crypto and all your hardware protected. It's either going to be an app or a Dell, and they take off the settings in there to be sure that Apple or PC or Microsoft doesn't have back-end access to that computer. And then from that point on, now you have a secure device, though. So if you have a hardware wallet or a crypto wallet on there, you know it's safe. And then the next thing after that, though, if you don't have that, cold storage wallets. There's many out there. You have Treasure or Ledger. I prefer Treasure over Ledger. Some people like Ledger, but I got my reasons for that. Two still good wallets.
Okay.
If you want something even more technical beyond that, there's an LIPOW wallet, which is an air gap wallet. So like your wallet's never online, but that takes a little extra expertise. I would say avoid that. So hardware wallets, Treasure or Ledger. When it comes to software wallets, Exodus wallet. We like that wallet a lot. I've been using them for years. We know the guys, the team behind it. So that'll be like a software wallet you can just download off the App Store onto your phone or computer. Doesn't cost anything, totally free to use. And
what was that name again?
Exodus.
Exodus,
Yep,
okay.
like in the Bible.
Because there's so many of them out there, and they make it look easy, like that LIPOW or whatever. You do, like
that one's hard to use.
Is it? See, I'm not a big computer guy.
So Treasure or Ledger would be the next easiest if you actually want that physical device that you just plug into your computer and then you get access to it.
Treasure.
Those would be your next easiest ones to use. And then, so other software wallets. Well, really, Exodus is the only software wallet I do like for software-wise. There's many other out there. The ones I do not trust is the one called Trust Wallet. You hear it a lot, but I just do not trust them. Also, they have a terrible front-end service. I was helping one gentleman try to verify his crypto was on there. It's like, it's showing it's on that wallet, but his device wasn't showing it. So we tried everything to get that fixed. I'm going, you know what, just download the Exodus wallet. We put in his seed phrase in that wallet, and boom, there's his crypto. So Trust Wallet just has issues in it. So if you want to stick with a software wallet, I would recommend Exodus. Hardware wallets, Treasure or Ledger. If you want to be completely safe and have it when you plug in those devices, get a CALIX Solutions crypto-only laptop.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate
it. Don't trust Trust Wallet or Atomic Wallet. They have that whole thing going on. And then if you're dabbling in like these like liquidity pools and all that stuff, if you want a hot wallet, which are these wallets connected to your internet browser, either stick with MetaMask or Phantom Wallet. And like at least those ones are nice and secure that you can at least tap into DeFi network liquidity pools out there. Don't try those other random ones out there.
And as we go, as I always say, I got it. What's that, 7:10? What is that?
She's telling us the time, saying
as I
wrap
go,
this up.
everything except for Bitcoin that you get involved in, you're probably going to lose your money.
Pretty
Just
much.
mentally prepare yourself for this. And if you do, you're prepared for it.
I do want to add one thing to your comment about MetaMask. If you're going to use a MetaMask wallet on a browser,
Yep. Don't keep all your cryptos on there.
don't browse on that browser. Use a different browser to browse.
Yep.
Just use that browser to connect your wallet.
Yep.
And nothing
So
else.
download like a separate browser for that. There's many out there. DuckDuckGo, Brave browser, Chrome, Safari. Like, just choose one of them to be your designated Web3 browser internet search.
Well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Thank you, team Misty, Gloria, Jody, Amanda for being here, helping us out. Thank you all of you guys for showing up and everyone online. Wow, we've had like 100, almost 200 people turning in live. So thank you, everyone. And we're probably on the road again. So we're going to wrap this up. And thank you all for being here.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.